Unmute. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Furball Fridays. I am Larkin here with you every Friday to hold space and to conduct readings, wisdom, and guidance from nature, non-human animals. And I say non-human animals because, believe it or not, we are actually animals too, guys. We forget this. We forget we are a part of nature. And so much of our stress and our anxiety and our problems is actually our detachment from nature and from recognizing that for centuries, religion has taught us that we are separate from nature, but that's not true spirituality. That's human beings, the collective ego, trying to control society by trying to separate us from source, by trying to make us believe we have to believe other humans instead of connecting to God, source, and spirit, which is ultimately the ultimate manifestation of that is nature, not mankind like Christianity tells us, but nature. And if you look truly back at what the great masters and spiritual teachers have taught, everything from Jesus and Buddha and Krishna to even people like Gandhi, and now we have Dr. Wayne Dyer, we have the Dalai Lama, we have all sorts of amazing spiritual teachers, and they all point to this connection, to us all being one and be connected with source. So for this sacred hour, thank you for tuning in. We are going to be doing animal readings and mediumship. We're going to be connecting you to animal guides and animal spirits and totems that you may have and answering your questions. This is specifically about nature and non-human animals. So if you're wanting a regular human reading or mediumship or a psychic reading, those are preserved for Mondays and Wednesdays when I'm also on here doing live readings. Okay. So let's say hi to everyone. I want to let you know today I do also have my sacred oracle forest cards, because that has to do with nature, and my animal guide cards, which I love. So we may have some people that are getting into that as well. And just like in regular readings, I remind you all to please leave your garbage at the door and to create a sacred space for yourself to be open to receiving. This means in a state of relaxation. You might want to do what I do, and I don't have my candle out here today. I'm on my back deck, but you might want to get some incense. I'm going to light some incense for us. And I always stall a few minutes, guys, while people are logging on, because I want to slow down the frantic energy, the wanting and the needy energy that's so disempowering of coming and wanting a reading. I want to I'm still there. Great. Thanks for hanging on. I tried to wipe something off of my computer board and it just completely tossed me off somewhere, but we're still live, so that's great. Anyway, we want to be in the energy of receiving, so thank you guys for holding on with me. I have sandalwood today. We're going to do some of that. I have black cherry, black orchid. I have some dragon blood. Hey, Jackie. And some cryptic woods. So we're going to start with cryptic woods today, since we're outside, and really call and invite in that nature energy. And I'm going to say hi to you guys, and then we'll get into guidance and wisdom and messages. Hi, Kaweezy. Welcome. I'm going to let my little Jack Russell out here in a minute. Trying to do some outside lives before the mosquitoes get bad. Okay. Let's see here. Bernadette, great to see you. Nico, welcome. Great to see you. Ooh, we got somebody noisy. Veronica, hello. Thank you, Veronica, for sharing. Yeah, guys, if you guys want to share, this helps people find Veronica's pages. It also helps people find my Intuitive Psychic Medium page. And that would be really great if you guys wanted to share for us. Maria Coppola, welcome. Neva, did I say that right? Stacy Northrop, welcome. Deborah Chapman, hello. Kaweezy, yay. Oh, I'm so excited too, Kaweezy. Leona, welcome. Kimberly Jones. Let my Jack Russell out here. Hey guys. Come on, Jackie, you want out? All right, guys, cross your fingers. The squirrels don't come out. I just let my Jack Russell out. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Pauline, great to see you. All right, let's go up here and see. Let's light our incense and we'll see what you guys are saying here. Yeah, Nico says, it's Friday already. Hello, Larkin. Would like to connect with my cat Atlas. Yes, I remember you wanted to do that last week here. Okay. Now let's see if she passed in peace. If she's connected to my new kitty, Cheese Baby. Oh, what a great name. I love it. I love it. Welcome. Yes, I remember, Nico, you were wanting to connect with Atlas. Let me light our incense here, and we will do that. A lot of, most of the time, actually, guys, I find that just like often with humans, our non-human companions actually, they know each other on the other side as well. And they connect, and they also help each other and support each other in their journeys with you. It's sort of like, for them, it's sort of like passing the torch on. They're passing on that torch because, believe it or not, it is an honor for them to come through and to take on this role of being your furry friend. Okay, it's an honor for them. Let me try to move this out of the way here. I want you guys to be able to see my incense, but not have it totally take over the whole screen. All right, so let's connect here with Atlas. I love both of their energies. I can sense the similarities in them, Nico, but also the differences in their energies as well. And Cheese Baby was very enthusiastic and excited to come into your life. Very enthusiastic. And yes, Nico is at peace. I think it's interesting that we have that word that we ask about, and part of that is sort of programmed from society, from religion, creating this idea of resting in peace, which I do not like that term at all. And there's a reason why. I'm going to share that with you. Let me let my dog back in here. Here, guys. Here. Go on in, Jackie. I didn't think she'd want to stay out here, but I wanted to give her a chance. So, you know, there is I'm going to share that because your cat is at peace, and I want you to understand what this means. Actually, all of us that are this God source energy, which we are, you know, we're all this God source energy, every one of us. And when we are not incarnated, or our soul in general is peace. And I think this is important to understand, because this is not just true of humans. This is true for your animals, guys, that have passed on as well. At the core of our being, we are an essence that is different than our moods. So your cognitive mind can be happy or sad. Your soul by nature is as a being joyful, right? Our cognitive mind, our egoic self can be jealous, can feel lacking. The soul is abundance, right? The soul is love. You can be happy or sad cognitively as the egoic self. But underneath all of that, the observer behind your thoughts, Eckhart Tolle talks about, is joy. So believe it or not, in this world, you can be sad, depressed, unhappy, forlorn, frustrated, and still you are joy. And so if you recognize that essence beneath your thoughts, you are joy. And you see this in your animals, guys. You see this joy, this this sense of peace when you see your cat, just laying there in the sun, right? They truly have peace. So, yes, she did actually pass peacefully and is peaceful. I want to share something else with you too, Nico, that I think is cool. And this goes for both of your cats, and it sort of answers your questions about their connection. Yes, they are connected. Yes, they do communicate all the time. But here's the cool thing about cats versus dogs, and it's not that one is different. It's not that one is better than the other. They're just different. Cats are always like trans world. They're always between dimensions. They can easily dimension walk. They see and sense other dimensions. They have an incredible imagination, but it also allows them to see beyond this dimension. Okay, that is a gift and a blessing, and it's in a way in which they help and serve us and the world. Dogs have a totally different gift and strengths. They are very grounded to this world. And when they go on the other side, they're like, and I'm still me, right? But they still kind of have that delight and surprise. Like, okay, now they're back on the other side. When they're here, they're very here. They're very grounded. They're very earth energy. And I think like a great author once told me, the reason I always have so many dogs is to keep that grounding, because I always have one foot in one world and a foot in all these other worlds, right? Never fully here. And so this is really cool because your cats, both of them actually bounce back and forth. They interact with each other. They play with each other. They share information about your energetic protection, Nico, as well. They are coming in at different parts of your life. So when you reached a certain point, Nico, energetically the shifts happen. It's not your fault. It's not that Atlas left just because of your energy shift. It's that as the energies were shifting in your lives, in the world, in the energies around you, it was time for Atlas to depart. And there was a big energy shift, and there were energy shifts in your life and your path here in this world, and changes within you. And so the energy that your cheese baby brings is a different energy for a new phase in your life. And they connected about that. They coordinated about that, okay, which is really powerful. They both had an energetic protection. Atlas's job and purpose and mission, and yes, animals do have missions and purposes here with us, was actually more on a level of guarding and protecting energies around you and being that energetic guardian, right? A lot of time spent back to you, facing out, guarding, keeping watch, transcending dimensions to protect that energy. What's interesting now is you have grown and evolved so much to a point where you need a different type of energetic guardianship now than you did before. And Cheese Kitty offers that. It's a different type of energetic protection. And it's really more of an internal energetic protection for you, more of an energetic, internal, mental, and emotional for your internal universe, helping you be the gatekeeper with your new levels of awareness and strengths and standing in your power. It's a different type of protection. It's still energetic guardianship, but instead of protecting so much energies from the outside in, it's helping you be the gatekeeper from within yourself. Okay. Um, so yes, and he felt energetically similar. Yes. And a lot of that is there's reasons for that. They do know each other, and most of our non-human animals that come into our lives do, but they're also both a part of your soul family. Both Nico and Cheese Kitty are uh, extensions of your energy. They protect extensions of your energy. So you are going to feel that similarity. We often feel that a lot with cats, even though they're more individuated sort of on their own. Or excuse me, yes, than the dogs are. In other words, the cats come more, they're both collective, so I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying. Like the feline is a big collective consciousness, just like we have a human collective consciousness and we're individual. And so do the canines. But the canines really stick tight as a pack. They come in as a pack and then they individuate. Whereas the cats come more separate and they have to sort of be collective, if that makes sense. But they're both from your cosmic family. So you've been with them many, many lifetimes, both of them. And they both bring a lot of wisdom. And Cheese Kitty is bringing a lot of new energetic surprises for you to discover. But you also don't need Atlas to go through your new cat in order to connect and communicate with him. You can do that on your own as well. Okay. Let me scroll down here and see. Hello and blessings, Stacy. Thank you. Let's see. I am well, Maria. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I love the little smiley faces and angel wings, guys. Yes, I'm glad you found me. Okay, I'm glad you're loving this, Neva. Welcome. I hope I'm saying your name right. Let's see. Let's see. I've never thought about having an animal guide. This is so cool. Oh, you mean like an animal guide? Is that what you're saying, Nico? Let me know if that's what you mean. Let's see. I'm doing great, Kawizi. I'm so excited about tomorrow. I'm not going to stay on super extra late tonight because I have some cool things still to put together for the Meet Your Spirit Guides event tomorrow, which, guys, if you are interested in that for next month, the next one is going to be June 27th if you want to meet your spirit guides, okay? I might create another event for Meet Your Animal Guides. I'll think about that. Guys, if you like this and you find it valuable, please make sure to like and love it so that more people can find Veronica's lives and pages, and so you can find my psychic medium page down here. I also have an animal interpreter page, but I don't really market that much. I kind of just have been sticking to this page more. Hi, Leona. Let's see here if he said anything else. Kimberly, hello. I see all you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Brenda, thanks for tuning in. Casey Guest, great to see you. Yeah, I mismessaged you today, didn't I? Great to see you here. Let's see. Oh, Kawizi, happy birthday to your grandma. Oh my gosh, happy birthday to her, Kawizi. My grandma's birthday was the 23rd of May. So it was, I love that Gemini energy. That's great. 29th. Okay. Let's see, Nico. Let's see. She went missing about 5 years ago at a time when a coyote population surged after COVID. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm going to start you. I want to see what Nico's saying here. I've got you starred, Kawizi. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Hi, June. Welcome. Your cat Sprinkles, Deborah. Okay, I've got you starred. Let's see here. The cat who walks through walls. I've always believed that they're very connected to the ethereal. Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. Okay, so I've got you starred, Carol. I'm just trying to catch up with what your cat, Hannah, Kimberly, I've got you starred. Catching up with Nico here. This makes so much sense. My life did shift in a big way between them. Cheese, the first time I knew he needed me, I needed him also. Yes, yes. And that's a lot of times how they bring you in. That's they choose us. Okay. Dogs as well, but especially cats, they choose us. They've set things up. They navigate in a way that brings them into our lives. And a lot of times people are like, "No, I don't want that animal. I don't want that cat. I don't need another animal." And what ends up happening is when you're in a situation like that, where you're feeling compassionate, you find that they need you, and then that turns into them being in your life, right? And you keeping them and falling in love with them. Um, so you have a miniature cat. Oh my God, Carol. I didn't even know they had those. That's amazing. Okay, so let's see. Your cat's name is Olaf Stacy. Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure. Nico says, thank you. Yes, guide is what I meant when you mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Okay. Yes. Yes, you do have animal guides for sure. All right. Elisa G's, I've got you starred too. Smoky around. Okay, so guys, what I'm gonna do is there's so many people just asking, are there animals around them? Hi, Lisa Paris. Let's see. Oh, the spirit guide is amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that, Maria. You learned so much from that. Awesome. Well, we're gonna have us meet your spirit guides reunion. So, and if you haven't already, guys, I'm just letting everybody know that if you're interested in learning more about any of this, because I'm also a mindset mentor and coach, I help people create transformation. So if you're interested in awakening your intuition, stepping back into your power, and let's see, I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it in here for you. If you guys want to join our free community where you can chat and be with like-minded people who are intuitive, but they want to step into their power and learn to use their intuition to run their mind and to manifest, I would like to invite you guys to join for free my Powerful Choices community. And I'm going to pop that right here in the link. If I didn't send you a private email, you'll have to put in a request and then I can approve it and you can join us. And from there, you'll discover all sorts of things that I offer: online digital courses, free events, low cost events, coaching, reading, lives, all sorts of trainings, and things that you can, tools, techniques, and processes that are available to you. So I just popped that link down in the bottom if you guys want to join me there. It's absolutely free. And it's a like-minded community. So I have people moving over from my other communities and people joining a star. I just opened it up 2 nights ago. So in June, we're going to really get started in there. But there's the link if you guys would like to join me in there. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up with Nico, and then I'm going to go up to the people that I have starred. And I can go back and be more thorough with the readings. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through quickly and quick answer your questions just to try to get to as many people as I can. You learned so much from that, Maria. I'm so glad, from the Meet Your Spirit Guides. Awesome. Then I will go back and we'll do more. We'll go more in depth with the reading. I get to people and people have their answers. Let's see. Nico says he did choose 100%. Poor baby had a collar stuck around his neck and armpit. Oh, ouch. Huge, would take 5 months to close fully. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys, you have to be careful. Cats in their skin and dogs, if they have collars or fancy stuff on them, that's why I always tell people don't tie anything around their neck, bows or things like that. If you have a cat that you dress up and put clothes on, don't turn them outside. It's easy for them to get caught up and tangled in that sort of things. Let's see here. I'll make sure I finish this. So, you know, the wound, yeah. So, I mean, the bottom line is, Nico, is that your cat is, you know, Atlas is at peace. And the thing is about cats is that, like, I don't let my cats out. I had a cat I used to let out. He wouldn't leave the yard. His name was Bagheera. I had a big fenced in yard. He wouldn't leave the yard. He was afraid to leave the yard. I didn't let him interact with any outside cats. He thought he was a dog, and he went out with us in the yard, never left it, and would come in with us. That's the only cat I've let outside, because cats do love their freedom. But some of them, like, their mind will change when they get outside and they get kind of weird, and they'll freak out and they'll run off. Whereas other ones will just be scared and sort of stay around. But there's just so many things that can happen to them. And for those of you that are like, but my cat likes to be free. Well, the thing is A, they need to be fixed, because there are so many cats in the world. And ultimately what happens is they end up getting injured or hurt or sick or scared and not having good lives outside. If they're outside running around and they're not fixed, they're going to make more babies that are going to suffer. And we just don't want that. You don't need that. They become coyote and owl food. So I just don't let my cats out. And they're perfectly happy inside. They watch the squirrels and the birds every morning. They're safe. Cats that are outside, they don't sleep well. They're always on alert, because cats are both prey and predator. And so they're always stressed. They're always worried. They're always getting into things and then having to deal with the consequences. So it's just safer to keep them in. But they do have this free spirit, right? So they're going to be naturally curious. If they're out, they're going to naturally get in trouble. And there's lots of things that can carry them off. And sometimes they just wander off and get curious, right? But they do choose when they wander off. So you just have to be careful about that. But Nico, your cat is at peace. Your cat did choose to come to you, and they do choose when they come and leave this world. Okay. So my ultimate priority is always just to be preventative and keep them safe. That's always a good thing. Let's see. Mine stays inside too, Carol. Yeah. I mean, it's just smarter. They live longer inside. There's so many, like feline leukemia, they can get so easily. If they get bit, if they even share saliva. So if they eat or drink out of the same thing, if they walk over a place where a cat that had feline leukemia was, and there was any bodily fluid there, and they lick their paws or anything, they get it. If it is kitty FIV, which is basically the kitty version of AIDS, a lot of rescues will put them down. I don't agree with that. You don't have to. They can live the same amount of time with a kitty FIV, and that has to be a blood exchange in order to get that. But it still really downs their immune system. And then if your cat's out and gets something, they can pass it on to other cats. And then those other cats who maybe don't have a home, aren't ever going to get treated, suffer. So you have to be very careful, because they no longer have really an immune system once they get that. And it's so easy, guys. I mean, more than half of the cats out there in the wild, if they stay out in the wild, they get that. Heartworm in cats, I learned from my vet this year, you cannot treat heartworm in cats. So, they're put at danger by fleas, by mosquitoes, by other cats. I mean, it's just not a safe world outside for them. Keep that in mind. And they don't know any better. So just keep that in mind. There are ways to take your cat outside safely. You can build a big screened in porch. You can put them on a lead and train them to go for walks. There's all sorts of things you can do. Okay, let's see here. Yours is free with a harness and lead for the yard, supervised catio. Yeah, that's perfect, Nico. That is absolutely perfect. And they love that. They absolutely love that. I would love to have a totally like fenced in area where they can climb the trees and everything. But we do the best we can inside, and our guys are super happy. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Nico. Keep talking to Atlas. He is present with you, and uh, and loving you, and we'll be waiting for you on the other side. I'm not getting whether Atlas will be coming back to you or not, but I'd say it's about 30% of the time our loved cats and dogs come back to us. Otherwise, they wait for us happily on the other side and send our next furry friend in line. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right, guys, I'm going to try to go a little quicker with these other ones so I can get to you guys. Hi, Rose Sullivan. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, I'm going to go back up here. Yes, she is very healing, Carol. Absolutely, she is healing. All right. Smokey and Kane. Wheezy, let's tune in. Guys, so like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up and down, and I'm going to quick answer questions, and then I will come back and do more thorough readings with them so that I can make sure I get to more of you guys today. I love your feedback, Maria. Maria, for the Meet Your Spirit guides, if you wouldn't mind writing me a testimonial, go ahead and go to my Larkin Psychic Medium page, and you can leave a testimonial and review there. You can like rate the stars. And then if you would actually private message me or email me your testimonial, I would love to put that into the Meet Your Spirit Guides marketing, because, you know, Meet Your Spirit Guides isn't for everyone. And I want to make sure that, you know, people know what it's about and what you got out of it, so the right people can choose to participate. All right. You can even just say, you know, like the Meet Your Spirit Guides is amazing. If you don't mind me quoting you on that, I'd love to put that in the marketing. All right, guys. So Kawizi, I'm looking to see if you wrote anything else up here about that. No, just are Smokey and Kane around? Okay. Oh my gosh. Are they around? Yes, absolutely. You actually, a lot of the time when they show up for you, Kawizi, they are either like sitting right in front of you, looking at you, which they often do to get your attention. Or then like if they're walking with you and they're supporting you, Kawizi, they are like one on each side of you. And even though they're not there with you in the world right now, they are still working to ground you. Remember, your guardian angel and your grandmother and your dad have been working so hard to encourage and awaken your intuition, right? To get that awakened within you and help you connect beyond this world. And in the meantime, because you have that natural ability and tendency, your dog souls are actually grounding you, and they're continuing to do that. What's interesting about dogs, the canine energy on the other side, is they still have a grounding energy. But when they're on the other side, they can now help you build that bridge. So for people that are wanting to awaken their intuition and strengthen their intuitive and psychic and mediumship abilities, their loved canines on the other side actually help them to literally build that bridge. And that's what they're doing with you right now, which I think is really cool. I've asked them inside conversation to please let me know what things they're doing to let you know that they're present, because they want to help you practice your mediumship abilities as well and awakening your intuition abilities. And they're telling me that they always come together, number one. So when they're there, when they come and sit right next to you, they have one on either side of you. Pay attention to what you're feeling. If you're feeling them like up against the outside of your knees, you're going to feel both of them. You'll feel their soft fur. You'll feel pressure on the outside of their knees, pressing in. and you'll feel that presence. And they're showing me it might feel like you might feel chills, but it's probably going to be like feeling of softness in their fur, a little pressure, and then maybe like a little tingling, like almost as though, I don't know, like that tingling feeling you get when your hair feels like it stands on end. So it's sort of like a staticky feeling. Um, when they come and sit in front of you at first, they're showing me you're going to feel like you're being watched in a loving way, like being watched and guarded in a really loved way. Okay. And they're also telling me that they're trying to come to you in your clairaudience, Kawezi, to help you. And when they do that, they're making like play bark noises together. They're showing me they literally like run and play around you in the spirit world, and they bark, and they're hoping that that frequency is gonna transform into your world so you can hear that. So trust that they are there with you. Okay, they are there with you, and they're so happy that you're getting to connect with them today. They come to you in the astral plane as well, guys. They all come to you in the astral plane. They really do. It's really powerful. All right. Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes. So, guys, I have a digital course called the Awakening Your Intuition program. And with that, I have a mastermind. And my clients in that program learn to awaken their intuition. Intuition is the core foundation of all psychic abilities, including mediumship. So we actually all have the potential to be psychic and medium. And I find it always interesting because there's so many people out there who are like, I'm a psychic, or I'm an intuitive, or I'm a medium, but they don't necessarily realize that they're both. So, into that's what strengthening your intuition is. You can use it just for everyday practical life, which is powerful. You can use it for connecting with your spirit guides and angels. You can use it for mediumship or channeling, or the next step up of that is your psychic abilities, right? Being able to sort of predict what is on its way of unfolding. And so, yes, because what your loved ones in spirit are trying to do, Kweezy, is helping you awaken your intuition. And with that comes mediumship. So absolutely. That would mean your ability to connect with your grandmother and Sky and your dad and your dogs. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to answer this, and then I'm going to go on to, I want to make sure I get to these other animal souls coming through here. Kawezi says, I saw my first ghost at 13, Civil War fighter. And you saw your dad in spirit. Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, so when and this is kind of funny, like I don't believe in ghosts, but I know what you mean by ghosts, right? And it's very cool. That's very cool because ghosts are actually so many things. They are so many things. They're not what Hollywood says, but there's so many things. And like I have a cat that walks up and down my hall that I would call a ghost, but it's really a spirit. And what's neat about that, you're talking about seeing the Civil War fighter, that when you're doing that, you're also you're seeing into other dimensions. So a lot of times you're at a place where the dimensional walls are thin. And remember, guys, everything happens in the now. There is no future and past. That's all happening now. So it's easy for us to cross dimensions, to be able to see and sense happenings in this realm at a different time. And that's what you were doing with the Civil War fighter. So see, you have these abilities. It's just, you got to practice, right? All right. Thank you for letting me read it for you, Kawezi. I'm so excited to see you on Meet Your Spirit Guides tomorrow. Guys, don't forget, while I'm scrolling up for the next starred person, if you want to meet your spirit guides, the next one is June 27th. I only take a few people. So if you want to participate in that, you need to email me at larkinsreadings@gmail.com and type spirit guides. And then I will get you registered for the next month. Okay. You can also join my awareness network. My Powerful Choices Awareness Network, which is absolutely free. I posted the link above. and you'll get notice of all these things as well. Okay. All right. Let me see what other little critters we have here that want to connect. I got to scroll down and then go back up. All right. Here we go. Sorry, guys. My computer keeps highlighting and I'm having trouble. I want to scroll up and kind of get who got starred here. This here. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up and see who we have next. We've got lots of critters here, guys. All right. Angie, are you still here? I'm going to go through these quickly, guys, and then I'll go back and do more detail for whoever needs more detail, okay? Thank you, guys, for the hearts and the likes because it helps people find Veronica's page, and it helps people find my Psychic Medium page as well. So thank you for the hearts and the likes because it helps people who might need this find us, and it really helps the algorithms as well. Okay, Elisa G's, let's see if you're here. Let's see. Angela. Hi, happy I caught you on the live again. Me too, Angela. Excited to see you tomorrow at Meet Your Spirit Guides. Yes, Zoom at 12, Kawizi. Awesome. All right, Elisa G's, just making sure you're here. Yes, you're there. Awesome. Well, isn't that cool? So we have Angela's back on here today, and then we have Elisa G's wants to hear from her dog, Angie. Let's see here. So Elisa G's, did you happen to know when Angie's birthday was? I'm actually putting together a sort of a guidebook for animal astrology because it's really cool. Oh my God, you had a prairie dog, Carol. I freaking love that. I love prairie dogs. They're so cool. Let me know, Elisa G's, if you actually knew Angie's birthday. Oh, yes, awesome. September 27th. Okay, I love that. I love that. So, because animal astrology, guys, is actually so powerful. And I'm always like guessing and feeling and sensing here. In my Awakening Your Intuition program, I teach intuitive astrology. And it's really neat if you do know your animal's birthday. If you don't, it's fine. If you know intuitive astrology, you can sort of pretty much guess what their energies are. But that is wonderful. Libra pets are so wonderful, right? They love the beauty energy. They are just so giving and loving and gentle and go with the flow. They're so joyful and good natured. So that's just wonderful. I wanted that to connect with her as well. Now, so let's do a little validation here because you have other energies around you too, Elisa G's, and I want to make sure that I have Angie's energy. Sometimes they kind of merge and mix up, and I want to make sure we're verifying her energy specifically because there's also an energy coming in for you that is sort of like a medium size, at least coming to me as a medium sized dog, might be the dog's perception, but a medium sized dog. There's short hair, big brown eyes, and what would be up ears, but they're not like really totally up, coming through for you, coming through with you and for you as well. Let me know if you relate to that, Elisa G's, because I want to make sure I'm matching the right animals to the right people. We have a lot of piggybackers on these as well. And so I want to make sure that we have the right souls coming forward. Sometimes the animals you ask for are not the ones that come through first for multiple reasons. It can be that their energy comes through more easily. It can be they've been waiting to talk to you. It can be that the other animal's like, please, you go first, whatever it is. But their first message, first and foremost, is always to just verify that it's them and let you know they're okay and they're present with you. And that's very important to them. Okay. All right. Let's see what you said here. Let's see. Brody, Australian Shepherd, February 13th. Oh, an Aquarian Australian Shepherd. Oh my God. Heaven help you. How totally fun. Okay. So, so let me get this straight. So the brown one with the shorter hair that's coming forward, that's Brody. Is that what you're saying, Elisa G's? Because that's the first energy that came forward, came forward. And I want to make sure we've got them straight. Very present, jumped up immediately for you, actually, when you called for Angie. So I want to make sure we have that right. And then, let's see. Hold on here. All right, Casey, I got you starred there. Brody was the medium sized. Okay. All right. Brown haired. Yeah, there's a medium size. It looks like brown fur. So if that's the medium size Australian Shepherd, was there like almost like a this color brown fur in there? Let me know, because this dog came forward first right away, first and foremost, and I want to make sure I'm not mixing Brody and Angie up. So because the things you've typed in here, so I'll describe to you what I see. Okay. So there's this dog that's coming forward isn't dark brown. It's just like a brown with short fur, medium size. And then there's also an Australian Shepherd present. And then okay, let me check for the dark brown one. I believe Angie is the Australian Shepherd, and she's standing off to this side for me, facing you, so she'd be on this side of you. So if you were facing me, she'd be on your left. The brown dog with the shorter fur that's medium size came up right in the middle towards me. And then Brody is present, but didn't show himself immediately. He was behind Angie. So it looks like you had Brody maybe before Angie as he followed Angie up. I wonder who this other dog is. Okay, so guys, if any of you relate to, let's see, if any of you guys relate to a medium size, about Australian Shepherd size, which I'm going to continue to call medium. That's technically a medium sized dog. Okay, you don't know a medium sized dog? Okay. Well, Elisa G's, I'm going to continue to say to you, and I've been dealing with dogs my whole life. I've been a dog trainer. Australian Shepherds are considered medium dogs. They're not considered large dogs. So I'm going to continue to call them medium-sized dogs. Okay. But this one that's coming up, guys, maybe it's not for today. Maybe their person will show up next week then. But there is a medium-sized short-haired dog here, about Australian Shepherd size, a little bit smaller, with what would be up ears. And Angie is here. Yes, I see her beautiful eyes, her Australian Shepherd fur, absolutely, undoubtedly Border Collie. Yes. Guys, sometimes I get names, sometimes I see them, sometimes I feel them. It's just different. It depends on the animal soul coming in, okay? And Brody is very sweetly there. But Brody didn't show himself to me so much. He came up after I saw Angie. Okay. So Angie's so sweet. So sweet. And actually, for an Australian Shepherd, I would say I don't want to say very good because it makes them sound like they're bad. They're not bad. but very calm and gentle and sweet. She wants you to know that everything is well, everything is okay. She also shows me Havanese. So who's the Australian Shepherd? Because there is an Australian Shepherd there. Yeah, you don't know the light medium dog. That's probably for someone else. So I asked him to step aside because he piggy-banked in there. So that's a note for me to keep looking, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see the brown ear and eye. Mm-hmm. I love Havanese. They're very cute, but the Havanese are small dogs. So who is the Australian Shepherd I see then? There's an Australian Shepherd there. There is an Australian Shepherd. See, guys, this is why I don't like to look at your comments, because it's easier for me to do the reading and then look at your comments later, because when I see your comments, I get confused. I only want you to put in the comments what is validating to what I'm saying. Okay, like yes or no and things like that. What you're sharing is good, but I want to make sure we sort out who's there. Okay, so there is an Australian Shepherd present. There's this brown dog that's about this color, that's a medium size. Havanese are small, so I got that. So Angie's the Havanese. Okay. And then who is the Australian Shepherd then? Is that Brody? Because we do have an Australian Shepherd. Very present. I've asked the other brown dog to step aside. Chances are that that dog's person will come. Or, guys, if you get off of here and you know someone who has lost a dog that or animal that has been described here, please come back for the reading or let them know. Because sometimes the animals will come through for people they can't reach that won't even be on the reading because you know them. Okay. All right. There we go. So now we have, so I'm not crazy. I'm seeing an Australian Shepherd. Okay. That's Brody. Good. All right. And then Angie's the Havanese. Okay. So I'm trying to separate out their energies now and what they're sharing with me. So I'm going to share sort of randomly what's coming in, and then we'll divide up who goes to what. You'll probably relate and know who goes to, what goes to who, okay? So what I'm seeing is, what they're showing me is they're showing me a bittersweetness, a sensitivity of emotion to a particular corner of the room that you've shared with your dogs that was a special spot. And it looks as though it was Angie's special spot, favorite place where she liked to be. Okay. And I've got you starred, Leona. And she wants you to know that her love and her energy is still there. It lingers from when she was here in physical form. It still lingers there. Okay. But she sees you, and she sees when you go and walk in her present places where she used to play or sit or lay or interact with you. She wants you to know that she notices and observes you going through those series of thoughts and emotions and missing her. Okay. And she wants you to know it's okay. She shows me her, you know, a lot of dogs come and they have different ways they let people know that they're there. A lot of dogs will come and sit next to a person, like in Kawizi's reading, or put their paw on that person's foot or something. What she's showing me is jumping up next to you, snuggling up right next to you, and sort of not quite fire crawling, but like laying down with her head and chest up and looking up at you and moving forward and like putting a paw on your hand. And she wants you to really pay attention, because she's like, I hold your hand to let you know I'm there. I literally hold your hand to let you know I'm there. I put that paw on top of your hand. And then she looks up at you, and she's wanting you to feel that presence from her looking at you, and to feel her there. She's letting you know that she's okay. And that you did right by her. You did right by her. Okay, you did all the right things. And Brody's like, me too. You did right by me too. She's saying that trying to tie this to the worthiness she's trying to exude for you, okay? You didn't abandon her. She knows. She knows. So Elisa G's, here's the thing. She wants you to know, and that kind of ties into what she was trying to tell me here emotionally, okay? Don't they sound wonderful, Nico? Angela, if you want to hear from somebody, please put it in the comments, just so that, as you can see, ones that animals are trying to come through, that their people might not even be here. So please go ahead and put like the name or the animal or something in there, so it gives me something to connect with more quickly, okay? So you don't need a medium, Elisa G's, in order to give a message to your loved ones, including your non-human animals, okay? They can hear and feel and see and sense you. They know what you're feeling, okay? So she already knows. I want her to know I never abandoned her. Yeah, she knows. She knows. And she doesn't feel like you did. What she was going to say before you typed that, which I was trying to get the feeling for, because she's trying to give me a feeling, was that she wants you to know you are more than worthy of her love and her loyalty. And she knows how much you loved her. She knows you were loyal to her. That's what she was going to say. That to me indicates that she knows that. Okay? She's saying like her love is unconditional. The love between you is unconditional. And she knows you did right by her. She keeps saying that. She knows you did right by her. Okay? She's really, really been trying to come through to you in dreams. Oh my God, you guys see the squirrels back there? She's really been trying to come through to you in dreams. And when she can't get through in a way that you're remembering, or it's like it feels like a visitation to you that you're not aware of it, then she works hard to meet you up in the astral plane, which is where you go every night when you sleep. Okay? She doesn't want you to have regrets, and especially when she's watching you walk around the places where she used to be that trigger memories. She wants you to think joy, because she's joyful. Okay? She wants you to think peace and joy, because she's joyful and at peace. All right? Gotcha, Angela. She's also with Brody. And Ellison G's, she wants to share a few things that she really loved about you. First of all, she thought you smelled really, really good. Okay. She's like, Mom, you smelled so good. She's like, I just loved following you around because, I don't know if you wore some special perfume or what, but it was comforting and reassuring to her. Your scent was very comforting to her, and it brought her great joy and peace. Okay. She also says and reminds you that you chose each other before you incarnated. She wants to remind you she chose her journey too. And she chose who she would be with and when she would be with them. And she said there was a reason for all that. But even though nothing is set in stone, I don't want to sound like I'm saying things are set in stone. They're not. But she wants you to know that she chose things as well. Okay. And she gave permission for experiences as well. And you will, when you, Ellis and Cheese, when you get to the other side, all of this is going to be clear to you. You're going to understand how everybody felt, how everybody perceived everything, including, yourself, why you felt the way you did, why you made the choices that you did, that sort of thing. Okay. She loves you very much. She's present with you. She tries to show you she's present with you. And when you get off of here today, you're going to be able to connect with her better. Okay. The work you're going to do with Meet Your Spirit Guides is going to help you be more sensitive even to the mediumship work. Okay. You're going to be more sensitive to the energies. So you are going to be able to pick up on her. And she's very excited about that. Okay. And she and Brody are both together. They will be there waiting for you on the other side. Okay. You're welcome. I hope that helps. I'm going to leave you with her now. And with Brody. And just feel the love, because they honestly have nothing but love for you. Nothing but love for you. Okay. I'm going to feed my squirrels because they're eating my bird food. All right. Thank you for letting me read for you, Ellis and Cheese. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. There we go. Some peanuts. All right. And I'm going to scroll up here to the next person. Guys, don't forget, if you like this, if you're enjoying it, if you find it valuable, please make sure to like or love it so more people can find Veronica's page and mine, so we can help more non-human animals connect and communicate with their loved ones. And if you guys like this and you want to follow me more, don't forget you can join my My Powerful Choices free school, which I put down in the comments actually. And then you can like and follow the Larkin Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter page. That's how to connect with me further. All right, I'm scrolling down here to see who else I have starred. Deborah, are you still there, please? Deborah, are you still there? For your cat Sprinkles. Let me know if you're still there, Deborah. Please. My lips are dry. All this talking. Let's see here. Brenda, good to see you again. And June. No, I said hi to you guys before. Cat Sprinkles. Oh. All right, I'm going to tell you who's there, and we'll see if this is Sprinkles. I want to always make sure, guys, that we're getting... Hi, Sharon Williamson. Welcome. Amy Jones, good to see you. Okay. Just want to see if Deborah's still here. Deborah, let me know if you're still here, please. If not, we'll move on to the next person. Isn't that beautiful, Leona? I know, I love it. All right, so let's see here. Okay. Deborah might have had to pop off, so we'll go back up to the next one. Let's see. Carol, I love that. You felt your cat curl up in bed with you after she passed, just like she always did. Yeah, they do that. It's amazing. And if you're sensitive enough to feel it, it's really cool. Okay. I'm moving up here, guys. Just hold on. Bear with me here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm coming. It just takes me a minute. I want to see who I... let's see. Stacy, are you still there? Let me know if you're still there. What a cool name, Olaf. I love it. That is so cute. Let me know, Stacy, if you're still there, please, so we can talk to Olaf. And I'll see who's next on here, just in case you're not there. Stacy. All right, we can always come back to Stacy or Deborah if they come back. Your cat picked you. Yes, Carol, your cat picked you for sure. All right, let's see who else we have on here. Yeah, she does heal you, Carol. Absolutely. All right. Okay, Carol, let me know if you're still there. Uh-oh, I bet somebody else showed up here. Wait, let's see here. Leona's there. I got you starred. I got you starred, Amy Jones. I see you, Angela. All right, I need to try to go through these a little more quickly, guys, so I can try to get to everybody. All right, let me scroll back up here. Angela. Yeah, okay, let me get to... Hold on, there was one I wanted to get to up here. Hazy, I see you too. I'm trying to kind of go in the order that Spirit had me star these. Okay. Carol, I think it was you, said you have lots of cats around. Let's see here. Oh, and parrots. You have a dog in Spirit too. Awesome. All right, well, let's see who's there. Oh my God, you even had a prairie dog? No way. You sound like me. All sorts of critters. You had a dog named Maggie I'd like to connect with. Okay. So, let's see, Carol. So you had, a dog named Maggie. You have multiple cats, parrots, and a prairie dog. Wow. That's amazing. All right. Let me make sure I'm not overstaying my welcome here. Oh, no. Okay, good. So Veronica posted something. I want to make sure I wasn't interfering in someone else's reading. Okay. Your dog named me. Let's see. Carol, did Maggie have like medium to long flowing hair? Just yes or no? Let me know, please. There looks like there's 4 or 5 cat energies in your presence right now. Kind of right in the middle. Let's see here. You're here. Awesome. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's I'm asking just so I can verify some of the physicalities of them. And then I'm getting like 4 or 5 cat energies kind of moving around. They're all sort of switching spots here. So Did you have two cats at one point that either didn't really get along or they got along some of the time? Sorry if I'm looking at you. I'm looking at what I'm being shown here. Or they didn't really, it didn't seem like they got along, or they didn't get along all of the time. Let me know, just yes or no. uh, I'm going to be jumping around here. And then it looks as though in talking to Maggie, yes. Okay. So she did. So we're validating the fur. Yes. And yes, you did. Okay. All right. So it's not unlike the cat souls to not sort of butt in. I know you wanted to ask about Maggie, but the cats were all like, so Maggie's like over here. She'd be kind of in front of you on your right side. She's on my left. And then the cats are like all right in the middle. They just popped up as cats do, sort of took over attention and sort of, they're all kind of mulling around. And I'm laughing. This is why I'm doing this cat thing first. This is just verification and evidence for you to know that they're there, because I'd have no way of knowing this, that they're all telling me, yeah, these two didn't really seem to get along. They're like, they actually really loved each other, but they got on each other's nerves. And so sometimes it seemed like they didn't, because they didn't always get along. They really kind of annoyed each other. There were ways they stepped on each other's toes, but they really loved each other. And they're showing me like they're like best buddies now, which is great. And they're like kind of showing me you just kind of like responding to this, kind of like trying to let them do their own thing, but not wanting them to sort of bicker and fight, and sort of rolling your eyes like, the energy of like, oh, not again, you guys, come on. Uh, so they're showing me that, and they find that actually very amusing. They're saying the human response, like your human response to their behavior and what you didn't understand about them, was so totally amusing to them. They absolutely freaking love it. And they really loved bringing some chaos and excitement into your home. Okay, so what a crew. And then Maggie, I get a sense of, not that it ever isn't, but just really emotional trauma surrounding her passing for you, but really not for her. And she's been present with you mostly just because she wants you to know that she's okay, that she is there, and that she loves you so, so much. She shows me herself just taking a big sigh of relief and smiling joyfully as she transitioned. She's saying that it was the actual transition part. She feels like this is really important for you to know. She's saying, Larkin, it's so important for Mom to know. I'm getting chills. This kind of thing makes me tear up, guys. How easy and comfortable and actually enjoyable her transition was. Okay. And she's like, from her side, from her experience, from her perspective, it was so quick and easy for her to transition out of this world. And she wants to thank you for the help and the love and support that you gave her. She's also showing me images, Carol, she's also showing me images of you cradling like her head, or her head and shoulders, like in your arm. in your elbow and holding her. And she wants you to know that it couldn't have been more perfect. She says you followed your intuition, and a lot of that message that came through your intuition came from her soul. I love when I hear this from animals, guys, because it means that you were in tune enough that instead of doing what your ego wanted, you listened to your intuition and you let their soul talk to your soul and you followed your intuition. And she's showing me that's what you did. She says she knows she was your baby. She was your baby girl. And that's how you felt when you held her that last time. She heard you telling her how much you loved her and trying to hold back the tears. And she says, but it was so peaceful. And she's like, that's exactly where I would have wanted to be, Mom, was with you. Was with you. And so she's taking me through this transition process. And I can't help but smile because that's what she did. She was so peaceful. And she's like, it was so easy. Like most dogs are like, oh, I'm here. And oh, now I'm here. And a lot of them are like really excited, enthusiastic. You know, as soon as they get to the other side, after being in pain or uncomfortable or whatever, feeling that light energy body, because their physical body also feels like a heavy wetsuit, like ours does to our soul, right? We don't feel that while we're here, but like, well, I kind of do. But when we're free of our body, we feel, oh, so light. So most dogs are like, you know, they're just like bouncing around and so excited. But hers was just so sweet and peaceful. It was like a delightful realization. She was like, oh, wow, this feels amazing. And it's just this smile. And she wanted you to know that right away. She's like, her first thought once she transitioned was her attention right back on you and looking at you there with her and wanting you to immediately wanting to communicate to you. And she said she did to your heart. She communicated it. I made it. I'm okay. I'm here. I'm home and I'm still with you. Do you hear that? I made it. I'm here. I'm home, because that's home for all of us, right? We are eternal souls. Our non-human animals are eternal souls in non-physical before we're here. So part of our sadness is like we think of here as being the beginning, even if we know better. We think of here as being the beginning and then we die and then we're there. No, we're there first. We're there for eternity before we're here. So when she says, I made it, I'm home, that's what she's saying. Okay. And then she immediately was like, but Mom, can you see me? Can you hear me? Do you know I'm okay? Her immediate concern was letting you know she was okay, because her concern was always to comfort you, always to have you feel happy. When you were sad, she was sad. When you were happy, she was happy. So she wanted you to share in this relief. And that's why she's here today. And if you probably would have wanted to be here anyway, but you're here partly because she's been pushing that message. She's been wanting to and asking for a way. Sorry, tearing up over her. For an opportunity to let you know what she wanted to let you know the day she passed, which was, oh my gosh, it's so peaceful. I feel so good. Everything's okay and I'm home. Okay? So she wants you to know you did the right thing. You listened to her soul. And she was immediately there. And she stayed with you. Like she's with you whenever you think of her, talk to her, feel her. She's there with you. Her presence is there because, guys, they really don't go anywhere. Right? But she was really very, very, her energy was still very physically present with you. for the 3 days after her passing. Okay, which is not atypical. She stayed really intensely with you there for about 20 to 30 minutes, very intense and present. And then she went off and explored some. She greeted loved ones, animals, family members, her pack on the other side. Because our packs come, well, for dogs, our packs come to get us. Their packs come for them. Okay. Their angels come for them. So she spent a good intense like 20 to 30 minutes with you. Is this making sense? And then she went off and explored, which you might not have experienced because she's outside of space and time now. You're still within space and time. So you might not have even, in your experience, there might not have been a gap there, but she did go off and explore these things and take a look at, her little soul's experience of her life and go back and revisit home, the other side, before coming back and then visiting again. Okay. Let's see. This is comforting. I did. You're so correct. Okay. So I want to verify all this stuff. Guys, I stopped looking at your messages for a while, Carol, because I really want you guys to get evidence. And sometimes I'm driven to ask certain things to get validation to make sure we're on the same page so I don't have to make adjustments to make sure I have the right soul. I will ask those questions, but I want to be able to give you the evidence, right? So there are certain things I don't want you guys to tell me because then if I see or read that, that's not evidence for you, right? So I got your yeses. That was perfect. And then I just focused on her. So I'm going to go back and see, if you can, if that makes sense to you, that you made the right decision. You put an end to her suffering. You listened to her. The timing was perfect. You had to put her to sleep. I'm going to go back and look for that validation to make sure that's correct. Let's see here. Just checking your comments now. Then I'll get to you guys, okay? Good. Okay, you had to put her to sleep. Okay, yes. Okay, so there we go. So that's a validation. So she came through with that evidence showing me her presence and how she knew how she passed and showing me how she passed. Yes, she suffered before she passed, but not when she passed. And here's the thing you also need to know so that you're not worried about her suffering, okay? She had a stroke and a seizure before she passed. Yes, that's so upsetting. Our Jack Russell had seizures for a few years. It's so upsetting. And I had a dog actually die from an instantaneous stroke. It's very, very scary. But here's the thing. So comforting. Okay, good. So that's verifying for you. Okay. So here's the thing. There was that time when she was having the seizures and the stroke that was scary to her, but you were there with her, right? So she wants you to know, no matter how scared she was, she knew she was going to be okay because you were there. She really, really, really trusted you to fix things for her and take care of her. And she says you did that. That's what she did because she couldn't be any better than how she is right now. Okay, that was a sign and signal to you both that it was her time to pass. Okay, guys, this is hard to hear, but human and non-human, we all have to have an exit strategy. We do. Our souls have to have an exit strategy to move on from this world. Okay, it's so painful when it's our animals, but we have to have an exit strategy, and that was hers. Okay, so you guys agreed on that. Okay, not everything happens like guys, I'm going to do some sandalwood, okay? Not everything is set in stone, but they get to choose just like we get to choose how they pass. And there's a reason They choose what they choose. There's a reason we choose what we choose. We don't always know and understand or accept that here in this world. But when we get back to the other side, we do. Because we can only understand a fraction of what's going on here. Our intellectual comprehension and our emotional comprehension, combined with our egoic veil, blocks us from having a full understanding. Even those of us that do a reading, when we get to the other side, there are things we can understand because here we're limited by our cognitive thought and language. So, like, there's things I pick up on in a reading that I can't even really put into words for you guys because I'm having that intuitive understanding without really having a form to put it in. Okay. So please understand, though, her comfort was in knowing and trusting you were going to take care of her, and you did. Okay. She also does have her pack and her angels there looking after her. Okay. And that's why, like, when you were with her there as she was passing, that's where she's saying she wasn't suffering then. That was so easy because her soul then was so ready to go. Okay. So you absolutely did the right thing. She wants you to know that the greatest pain is left with you. You are the one now that is the only one struggling and suffering over her passing. Okay. And she also wants you to know, I think you're going to find this very comforting. A lot of her seizure time, although when she'd have the seizures, it was really scary, like before and after. A lot of during the seizure time, she wasn't fully conscious of what was going on. So that can be a relief to you. Okay. The other thing, Carol, is that so the other thing, okay, so this is validating to you. Good. Yes, she's fine now. Yes, you pray. Yeah, I know. I've done that too. Believe me, I've done it. And you're not suffering. Good. Good, good, good. Good. So she's fine. No, that's the point. But the other thing, just so you can understand, she wants you to go back in your memory so that you can sort of rewrite that memory and let go of some of that trauma from before. Is that she was also spending some time on the other side, being comforted by her angels and her pack. So the combination of that and knowing and trusting you were going to take care of her, that was very helpful. Okay. All right. Yes, she's free. Yep. Yes, she's free now. So she wants to thank you for that. And I think that was just a beautiful, delicate passing. And she loves you so much. And Carol, when you cross over, she's going to be one of the first ones there to greet you. Okay. Absolutely is. Loyal to you, soul doggy to you. She is just joyful and happy where she is, and she's going to be there for you. Okay. And she's also telling me that she's also running around spending time with bunnies on the other side with the rabbits, not just other dogs. I guess she likes their joyful, energetic energy, gentle energy. That's super sweet. Okay. So, Carol, I'm going to send Maggie with you and your cats. Your cats are an absolute freaking hoot. They had to pop in and say hi. The prairie dog, of course, loves you. The parrots, evidently, there was one that used to, like, I don't know, have debates or conversations with. The parrot took it as to be like a debate or an argument. That's hilarious. That is super cute. They're all there with you. I have to share this because when I was sharing what your cats were sharing with me, and that about the bickering part, that was just there so they could verify that it's really them, because I wouldn't have a way of knowing that. I love how Nico says, yeah, cats, masters of the troll. Yes, masters of trolling. They're hilarious. If I were inside right now, I have a cat that would just be like all over everything, like he normally is when you guys see me do these readings. All right, I'm going to send Maggie off with you. Thank you for letting me read for you, Carol. All right, I'm going to see who else is on here. We'll do a couple more before I pop off. And then I have to go get ready for Meet Your Spirit Guides. Guys, thank you so much for the likes and loves on this broadcast. It helps other people to find it. So I really appreciate that because it helps people to find Veronica's pages, and it also helps people to find my Larkin Psychic Medium page down there as well. Okay, let me see. Thank you. You're so amazing. Yes, I can't wait to see all my animals, from hamsters to lizards to bunnies too. Yeah, well, my feeling is when she was showing me bunnies, my feeling was yeah, that you'd had a bunny and there are multiple bunnies and she's running around with multiple bunnies. So your bunny has bunny friends, and Maggie is actually hanging out with all of your animals actually. She loves them all. She just loves everyone. She loves everyone. So thank you for letting me read for you. All right. Gonna go back up here. Sorry I say guys. I never use ever. And for some reason when I get on and do readings, I think because I'm bouncing back and forth between different worlds and my brain is like switching gears so many times, I say all the time and it drives me crazy. I have to stop that. Okay. I've got to find something to replace it with. You're welcome, Veronica. So, okay. Yeah, that was so cool, wasn't it, Leona? Is Angela still there? Bless your heart, Angela. I know you guys have to wait a long time for me. I'm sorry about that. But it's how it is. Okay. Let's see if Angela, let me know if you're still there. If not, see, it says new comments, but we got Veronica's. And then, okay, so if Angela's not there, let's see. Hi, Danielle. Welcome. All right, I've got you started, sweetheart. Oh, Angela is there. Good. All right. Yay. Just in time, Angela. I was just about to go on to the next person. I never know because sometimes people go get a drink or they go to the bathroom, they come back, and then they're like, no, wait, I'm here. Okay. Buster and Cooper. Awesome. Now, Angela, just yes or no, did these two, did Buster and Cooper know one another? Were they in this world here together? Because they are bopping around like really excited that you've called on them, but also really like playful, bubbly energy. And they're just like celebrating together. No, they were not. Okay. Well, they're celebrating together. They came in together. So if they were not here in this world, their souls definitely knew each other because they are like, they're just like wrestling with each other and running around together. And it's very, very cute. Okay. So I'm asking if they want to show me their perspective here. What's going on? So I don't know whose eyes I'm looking through right now. I'm being shown sort of a low to the ground perspective. Like I'm fairly low to the ground. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. We're doing animal readings tonight, Melissa. I would love to read for you. If you want to get a human reading, like one for people, you can join me here on Monday or Wednesdays. If you go to my Larkin Psychic Medium page or Veronica's page, it will tell you when I will be on. It's like 3 on Wednesdays, my time, EDT, and 4 p.m. EDT on Mondays. And I can read for you then if you want to come back, okay? Otherwise, Veronica has the best readers ever on here. So you can get a reading from someone else on her page this week. If you want one from me and my times, you can also follow my Psychic Medium page up here, okay? I'd love to read for your granddad. Okay. let's see here. So I'm getting a, sorry, I'm trying to see why it won't let me. Okay. Um, so I'm getting this like low to the ground perspective where I'm like seeing grass, and like if you were to like basically lay down and get in the perspective of your dog, Angela, that's a perspective I'm being shown right now. So I'm not sure if this is just being low to the ground, small dog, or if this is laying down, observing. But I'm being shown a perspective from one of your dogs. I see you, Leona. We'll get to you. And I'm seeing grass, and then I'm seeing like it looks like a sidewalk leading through part of the grass and up to the door. Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. Just just let me know yes or no if this makes sense to you. I want to describe what I'm seeing. So I'm not going to check your messages for a minute. I just want to describe this first, and then you can let me know if this makes sense, okay? And I'm seeing like uh this energy, so they're showing me from their eyes and their perspective right now, so this is what I'm describing. Guys, all the souls come in differently. Sometimes I get names, sometimes I get visuals, sometimes they make me feel what they were feeling, sometimes they try to tell me things, sometimes they show me what they are, sometimes I can't see who and what they are, but they'll show me what their view was. So I'm just describing to you what they're showing me, okay? And I'm not sure if this is one of them or both of them. I have a feeling that both of them experience what they're describing to me, what they're letting me see through their eyes, but I'm just going to describe it, okay? Anyway, I see this sidewalk kind of leading to the door. It looks like it might be a back door. But whatever door it is, it's like this sidewalk and leading to the door. They're laying in the grass. To them, it looks very green. They can see green. They're laying in the grass, like looking at the house, looking at where they would go in and out. So whatever it is like their yard where they were. And they also show me glimmers and glimpses of uh like like your feet, like people's feet. And I mean, I'm telling you, it's like I'm so low to the ground. And so I can see like pant legs and like socks and shoes. I see like a pair of slip-on shoes. I see shoes of different people that visit and come and go. I see like a laying down and feeling how nice and cool the grass is. And then all of a sudden like a blur, like getting up and like having the zoomies, like running around. um I see a hose, like maybe a garden or flowers or something being watered. um and it looks like a pretty clean yard. So I don't know if you either picked up the toys or they just had a few toys out there at a time. I can see things like toys and stuff like in the yard, but it's not like a yard full of toys. The yard looks lovely. But I can see them like laying there and like waiting, like with anticipation and excitement, like observing, and then all of a sudden just taking off. Anyway, this is one of both of their favorite things. And I think they're just showing me this for validation to you, to give validation that this is really them and to sort of describe the area around them. It looks as though there's something around or beside them. So it looks as though it's like it was fenced. Um, anyway, they love this. So I'm going to go over here and see if that's verification for you. I'm also seeing, or feeling rather, really shiny, soft fur. Very smooth and silky, very, very shiny. Um, it looks like darker colors. So like dark, rich fur. And you did a good job with their toenails, keeping their toenails not too long and in good shape. Uh, they say you actually kind of obsessed over it. You were actually kind of obsessed with making sure their toenails were in good shape and not ripped, not too long, couldn't get caught on anything. I don't know if you had a dog in the past that had like had a ripped dew claw or toenail or something like that, but they're like, yeah, you were like really picky about their feet. Um, like wiping their feet off, making sure their feet and stuff were clean. Okay, this is super cute. And I'm getting that they're yeah, I'm asking them, are you showing me this lowdown because you're laying down or because you're small? I'm getting that they're probably small dogs. Looks like both of them. Um, and I will share this before I look at your comments. You can put yes or no in here for me. I hope this is evidence for you because this is what I'm getting. So I'm going with this. They're showing me like they liked to come in on their own, not to be made to come in. They like to be called and to be able to do the right thing and come in. But they do show me, they do recall like there were times where they would be scooped up. And so I'm gathering their small dogs here, scooped up, hand and arm under the belly and carried. And this is okay. They're saying this is okay. But those times were kind of insulting. They were kind of insulting. And they had to get over it because they would be a little bit miffed when if they would be picked up and carried in instead of being allowed to walk in on their own with dignity. All right, so let's check over here in the comments here. Sorry, I strayed back away from your comments because they were sharing more. Okay. Yes, oh, they were dachshunds. Okay. Okay. That explains the big ears, the low to the ground, and the littleness that I feel about them. The littleness was a feeling that came in real early on, but I wanted to get more details about their physical body first. And so that's really cool. So that's when they started showing me the low to the ground. So that is super cool. Okay, my aunts and uncles had dachshunds. How cute is that? Yes, they loved to sunbathe. They lived in different homes, but both had a walkway to the door through the grass. Okay. So what they might have done here, which sometimes if both animals are on the other side, Angela, sometimes they will do this. Sometimes they will combine data. So they will combine their observations because the description will come out the same. So that's very validating. I'm glad that's evidence for you. Okay. Let's see. We also had a fenced area out the back door. Okay, excellent. Good, good, good. I love when they give verification and evidence for their presence. They are both together. They're both well. They're at peace. Did you save collars, both of their collars, Angela? They're showing me that you saved tokens of their life here. That's how they describe it. You saved physical evidence of their lives here. Let's see here. Your daughter was always picking at Cooper's feet and cleaning them. Okay, so it was your daughter that was obsessed with it, not you. Okay. Well, like I said, they sort of did a combined description here, so that is really super cute because that came through very clearly. That's very funny. Did you guys find them funny? They're so funny. Oh yeah, they were always called, but when they wanted, yes, sometimes scooped up and carried in because they didn't listen. Yeah, that's exactly what they were showing me. But just know, I mean, I think it's hilarious that was insulting to them and they wanted to be able to come in dignified on their own, which is super cute. Okay. Buster was my dog before I had kids, a wedding present from my husband. Oh, that's so sweet. How wonderful. Okay. Cooper was our family dog when the kids were little. He passed in June of congestive heart failure. It was traumatic. Yes. So, they're very happy to be on the other side together though. And you have both their collars. Okay. So please take the evidence that they shared. Bye, Nico. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Yes, their sass is everything, isn't it? I love it. Yes. Yes. So funny and accurate. I love it too. It's so much fun. So, I love when they're able to come through and I'm able to share evidence with you that it's them, things that I would have no way of knowing. It's just as awe-inspiring and delightful to me as it is for you guys. This still absolutely amazes me that they're this way, guys. It's truly amazing. So thank you for letting me read for you, Angela. Please know that Cooper is, as you can see from what I described with them together, he's very joyful to be on the other side. Um, the the congestive heart failure was his way out. That's what he chose. And unfortunately, just like it happens to people, it also happens to dogs. But he wants you to know he really, really did enjoy that last part of his life. Okay. He really, really enjoyed it. Even when he was having a hard time and had less energy and was struggling, he was still enjoying life and loving you guys. And the timing was really perfect. Okay. Um, you will get to see them again. You will get to be with them again. And he wants you to thank you for giving him the dignity and the quality of life that you did while he was struggling. Okay. But they're both happy and joyful now. I'm going to send you off with Buster and Cooper. And please know that now that we've had this reading, you'll be able to connect with them and sense them more. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you, Angela. All right, guys. Let's see who else we have here. My little Jack Russell's staring at me like, come on, Mom. You've run way over again. So we'll do like 12 more minutes, guys. See who I can quick get to in that time to make sure you guys get something. I see you, Danielle. I've got you starred. Going back here looking for, let's see here, a Sharon, Leona. Okay. So let's see here. Leona, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here, please, Leona. I'm going to try to get to the rest of you guys on here. It just won't be as long of a reading. I'm going to try to get to Amy, too. I'm going to try to get to Sharon Williamson. Guys, if you find this valuable, please make sure you like or love it so more people can find Veronica's page and more people can find my psychic medium page. If you guys like this and you want more interaction and to join a free community of people that are like-minded, I did put my here's my link to my school community in here. It's absolutely free. And I have digital courses I'm going to be uploading. Some of them are animal communication. It's like animal intuitive astrologies on there. Animal guides and signs will be on there. I'm going to be getting on live each week and answering people's questions about mindset manifesting and the intuitive world. So if you'd like to just join that free community, I just popped the link in the comments. Okay. You're welcome to join us there for free. Okay. All right. Go back up here. Let me just make sure you're still here, Leona. Oh, Leona, let me know if you're there. Looking to see if you're there still. Leona, are you there? Leona might have had to get off. Okay. So let's see who is next. If there's anybody still on here. I know people have dropped off because I've been on here so long. Let's see. Hopefully Melissa will come back for us on another day. Monday or Wednesday, Melissa. We'll do regular readings. Let's see. Danielle, let me know if you're still on. Are you still on, Danielle? Lovely to join you tonight from Scotland. Yay! I lived in Scotland for 4 years. I loved it over there. My wee cat passed away a few months ago. I miss her so much. Her name is Mittens. Oh, what a darling. What a darling. Okay, let's see if you're there. Oh, Leona's there. Oh, wonderful, Leona. Okay. All right, Leona. Well, let me scroll back up to you. And then Danielle, if you're there, then we'll get to you. Leona, you pop back up first, so I'll do you first. Let's see, let's get in touch with Sadie. Let's go back up to your comment for everyone, Leona. Let's see here. Oh, no way! Myself and all the kids are watching you on the telly, hoping Sadie has a message for us. No freaking way. That is absolutely amazing, Leona. Thank you all for your patience. I'm sorry it takes me so long. But I appreciate you all waiting there. So I'm glad Spirit guided me to your way. Let's see. So I'm trying to cut down my time some in this. So let's see. Let's see. So Leona, was Sadie like I would say medium size, between 30 and 40 pounds? Let me know yes or no in the comments. I want to make sure I've got the right dog here. Was Sadie about 30 to 40 pounds? Let's see. Was she the one? You can just give me yes or no's here, unless I ask for like a birthday or something like that. Let me know in the comments as her energy comes in. Just want to verify so she can come in more strongly for me. Okay, let's see here. Hold on, let me scroll this down. Okay, excellent. So the canine energy that's coming in right now, Sadie, is trying to verify so she can come in more fully. So I want to verify it with you. Yes or no? Was she like 30 to 40 pounds? Because I'm getting a small to medium energy that's coming in right now. She was small to medium here. I'm getting the dog that's coming in for me right now has short fur but very thick and plush. Yes or no? Let me know, Leona, please, in the comments so we can verify this is the right dog. Just put yes or no in there. All right, Danielle, excellent. We'll get back to you before I get off, okay? I'm just wanting to verify this that this is Sadie for Leona. I'm just going to roll with this since she's not confirming, and I want to confirm this is the right dog. She's trying to come through here. Let's see here. You think so? Okay. Okay. All right, Leona. I just want to make sure because there are so many souls and it's very easy. I have to make sure that the energy that's coming through to me really does match you. It's great to say just because you say somebody's name, boom, they're right there and they will come through. But I've got to make sure the one I'm focusing on is the right one. So I'm getting short plush fur, about 30 to 40 pounds. And I've got one here that's like, so I have two different colored dogs coming in right now. So I want to make sure we get the right one for you. I have one that's like got like lighter fur. And then I've got one that's got like brown and white fur. But I think I think Sadie is, let's see. Hmm. Okay, so I'm going to put the brown and white one. I'm asking that one to step to the side. That's not Sadie. And then I have big eyes, really, really cute, like up ears. Looks like dark little toenails. I'm just describing what I'm seeing. I want to make sure this is her. She's trying to come through to me with a visual description here. And it looks like lighter fur, but with darker shading. Is this correct, Leona? Is this Sadie? Lighter fur. Like I wouldn't say white, but like lighter. And then with like dark shading, like a little darker, like looks like darker on her face, like little black lips and nose. Let me know if this is right. Just yes or no, please. Now she's giving me feelings, and the first feeling that comes in very strongly is I am still part of the family. I am a big part of the family. She says I'm still a big part of the family. Was and you can just yes or no. What I'm picking up on is before her passing, a slowing down of her ability to really move easily and to move comfortably. It looks as though maybe she had some stiffness, maybe some soreness and arthritis. Okay, she had a white patch under her neck. Okay, so that might be where the white was coming in. But does she have the black toenails, right? And her body was not white. I'm not getting that her body was not white. I'm getting black toenails. Just yeah, yes or no to that with the toenails and the coloring, please. She says she's still a part of the family, and she's showing me that she was slowing down. She's like, I was slowing down before she passed. And let's see. She had big eyes and her ears were always up. Yes. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting really, really, really cute ears. Like not huge ears, but like up ears, like real for real up ears, like ears that are always up ears. Not like the border collies can sometimes go like up and down. They make them like half ears. These are like the cutest ears ever. And like big brown eyes and like huge bright eyes and always just like, and she says, it's Sadie. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I just want to give you guys evidence. Sometimes this stuff can take longer. Sometimes it's so quick and easy. Sometimes it takes longer. When other souls show up, I have to divide it up for myself just so I can sort it out and describe it to you. And those yes and no's really help because then I know who to ask to please step aside. The evidential part is the most important part because the most important thing they want any of you guys to know is it's really them and they're really there. And usually once we do that, the other parts of the message flow more easily. That's why people want like objects that belong to someone or photographs because it's a way of connecting the vibrational frequency. I don't need that. Like I can just go through whatever they show me, but we still have to unravel. That's why I usually tell people, if you want to speed things up, give me a name, give me a birthday, give me something, because I use that as my thing to connect. But sometimes they just come through easily. Okay. But she's showing me. So first of all, she's like, yeah, I've always been a part of the family. And now her messages are a little bit easier. So like she's showing me just being there and always like looking up at you guys. She said she always wanted to be included and feel like she was a part of things. And she wants to thank you guys for giving her that. She's like, not all two-leggeds do that. A lot of two-leggeds treat their animals, their non-human animals, like a second-class citizen. But she's like, we're not. We're not. So she's like, thank you for always treating me like a part of the family, because I was. Okay. He has black toenails. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Good. She's kept showing me black toenails, black toenails. And she's like, she'd always look. She's like, whoever was talking, if you guys were in a conversation, she's like, I was looking at you. I was looking at everyone as though I was a part of that conversation, because she's like, you were talking to all of us. And she likes that. She liked being included. Okay. She wants you to know that her soul is still able right now to keep a pretty low physical vibrational frequency. Okay. Usually when this is the case, it means that the person or the animal has passed recently. Now she's sort of sitting down and looking at me, not solemnly, but a little more seriously. It usually means within less than a week. They can keep their frequency the strongest at a lower point, like ours, to be physical here, for about 3 days. But they can roam around with a slower vibrational frequency for about probably 7 to 14 days. And that allows them to experience things more in a physical way for you guys and with you guys, but it also allows them to visit you guys more physically, right? She's showing me like a big feeling of a big hole, a tremendous feeling of loss and sadness. But she's like, I'm not feeling that. But she's feeling it for you. She's showing me some of you there, if not all of you, but at least one or more of you there, thought she'd be around a little longer. You thought she'd be there longer. You didn't really expect her to pass when she did. She's like, you'll come to understand it was the right time. I interpret that as when you get on the other side, you'll understand it's the right time. You're probably not going to understand it's the right time here in this life because you miss her so much. She's showing me what looks like a little blankie that was either her blankie or a blankie that you guys like swaddled her in or wrapped her in, or that she liked to nest in. She's showing me this. And she just keeps showing me how sad you guys are. And she's like, don't be sad. Don't be sad. She's like, give it a few weeks and it'll feel a little better. You'll get used to not having my energy there. But she's like, I am actually with you still. I'm never going to go anywhere. So when you guys are sad, when you're talking to her, when you're talking about her, when you're saying you miss her, she tries to show up and comfort you. So know that a lot of times when that emotion wells up, A lot of times you start thinking of her and it wells up literally because she's in your energy body. She's come to visit you. And that electromagnetic energy is overwhelming and it causes a greater emotion. Okay, please know that. So I'm getting that she passed recently, that you thought she was going to be here longer. But she is saying she did struggle with some discomfort first. It doesn't mean she wasn't enjoying life. But things were harder for her. And she just wants to thank you guys for giving her like the best home ever. She says it was the best home ever because she keeps saying, I was a part of the family. Do you guys realize that for cats as well, but do you realize for your non-human animals, to make them feel like they're a part of the family is the best thing you could do for them? The best thing you could do. She also wants to say that you guys, I don't know if she was a rescue, but she's saying you guys rescued her and gave her the best life. You guys were her little earth angels. And she recognizes how well and how much you took care of her. All right, I'm going to look over here in the comments, see what validation we have here. Scroll down here. Yes, she had big eyes, ears, black toenails. Let me scroll down here. She didn't have much energy as she did a few days before she passed. She only does. Yes. So that would be why she was describing that she felt she was slowing down and she was feeling, she's showing me like stiff and sore and tired. Okay, so that would be why you saw that she didn't have as much energy. Okay. So that connects with what she's sharing with me. Thank you for that. And she only died a few days ago. Okay. So there she's sharing with you that recently passed, and she was able to communicate that with me. So moving on, she wants to ask you guys to please keep talking to her. And as long as you need her to be there to listen and give energy back for that, she's going to be there, okay? She's sharing with me that you're all part of the same soul community. A lot of families are. And she's a part of that. So you're not ever going to lose connection with her. She also wants to share with you that that hole that you're feeling she left, that emptiness, is a sacred space that she held and created with love for space for a non-human animal. So she's like, when you feel you are healed and you are ready, she said there will be there will be other animal souls that come available to you. And she's asking you to please welcome them into your home. She says this may be several separate homes, but please welcome them into your heart and into your home. She says, you will never replace me and I will never feel that way. But that the love that was cultivated in the space that she held in the family is a gift to the next non-human animal. It is just a space that was held, that now in this physical world is there for the next sweet non-human animal that needs it, that comes to you. And guys, this is very sacred and special to non-human animals, okay? This is sacred to them. They pass this on like a torch. They consider these spaces they hold in our lives very sacred. Okay, so please know and understand that. I'm honored that the family was there waiting, and I'm glad that I stayed on and we got to do this. I want to ask you guys to please know that you're going to be able to connect with her better now. And I want to address this. Tell her we all love her very much, and I think she was running around the house a few nights ago. Could feel her. Yes, she was. She was. But I want all of you to know you don't need me to tell her anything. She already knows. When you guys speak to Sadie, it is every bit as strong and clear and gets through every bit as well as when I do. What you guys need someone like me for is to verify it's her, to give you evidence it's her, and to help you with the messages from her to you, right? Unless you all learn to do that and pay attention to those subtleties yourself. But you don't need me to tell her anything. Okay, so you can all, that's why she says keep talking to her. She can feel how you feel. She can hear what you're saying. She can see what you're doing. You guys heard the docs and readings. They showed me from their perspective, right? I love it when animals take me through their perspective. So just please know and understand that she knows you love her very much and unconditionally. She knows she's irreplaceable. She knows how crushed and brokenhearted you all are. And she knows the pain that you're feeling. And she's going on the love. And she loves you all each so much, uniquely, in your own way. She loves you. Okay. And most of all, I want to leave you with this. She really, remember the first thing she said was thank you for including me in the family as a full-fledged family member. She knows she brought so much joy and laughter and love and delight into your lives. And she wants to thank you for that opportunity. And she'll see you all on the other side. She will. She's there doing her little jobs and playing around and enjoying being. But she's a part of your soul family. So she's there with you, okay? So I want to thank you guys for letting me read for you. And please know that she is there with you. And you can love her and tell her anything you want anytime without me. And she will get it. Okay? She will absolutely get it. Thank you so much. The kids said thank you. I'm so glad that was helpful. And you guys know what? I'm getting such chills, and that's her letting me know thank you. She got through what she wanted to. Please, please know that the evidence she shared with me, that is the most important part. Please know she really, really, truly is there with you. Okay? And not only was she there a few nights ago, which is why one of the reasons I knew she was passed recently was she could, well, they can get through to you anyway, but they try to get through to you in those ways on the first few nights after they pass. Especially dogs, like they will go running around your home. And the fact that you guys sense that is amazing. Okay? As time goes on, she's also going to try to visit you in dreams, perhaps even visitations in your sleep, which is different. Whoever she can get through to. And we'll visit with you guys in the astral plane. Okay? They do love you, Koheezy. Yes, they do. So just please know that they are, she will also be hanging out with you on the astral plane. But she won't desert you guys. She'll stay present with you, okay? Thank you for letting me read for you, Leona, and your family. This was delightful. And I'm obsessed with Frenchies. They're so cute. So thank you for sharing. She was a Frenchie. All right, guys. We're going to go up and do Danielle. Let's see here. Oh, guys, I didn't mean to stay on this long because I got to get ready for Meet Your Spirit Guides tomorrow. Let's see here. Hold on, Danielle. I'm coming back up to you. There it is. All right. Good evening. Lovely to join you tonight from Scotland. My wee cat passed away a few months ago. I miss her so much. Her name is Mittens. So great. Let's get in touch with Mittens. Okay. You're welcome, Leona. All right, Danielle. Let's see here. So, Danielle, did Mittens have at least 2 white paws? Just yes or no, please. I'm seeing 2 white paws. She might have had more than that, but I'm seeing 2 white paws. I just want to verify that it's her. And I'm seeing more than one color. I'm seeing the white, and then there's a darker color, but it doesn't look like it's dark. So I want to make sure I've got the right cat here, because there's a cat present also with gray. Let me know yes or no. Was she gray and white? Okay. All right. How darling. All right. So she's on top of this, isn't she, Danielle? She's definitely on top and wanted to meet with you. Wow. That just gives, I'm just getting such chills right now. Guys, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it when they come through with evidence so that you know it's them. Okay, so I can see the smallness of some black and ginger. So I'm seeing, I see the petiteness and just the cutest little face. So I'm checking in on what she's trying to show me. It looks like she was a rather petite girl. It looks like just yes or no. What I'm feeling, what she's showing me is something went wrong with her physical body. It's like something that you didn't expect. So she's showing me you taking quick action to help her. Hold on, I'm trying to feel what she's showing me, okay? She's like, something went wrong with my little body. She says, I wasn't that old, so it wasn't expected. Is this right? Yes or no? She wasn't very old? She says, I seem to be fine. And then I wasn't. She's showing me she was, well, from what she's sharing from her experience of your response, she's showing me herself being conscious and unconscious. But she's like, Mom was quick to take action. So you rushed her to an emergency vet visit. It looks like this was an emergency. You can type yes or no in the comments. I'll check comments in a minute. I want to take what she's showing me. Okay. She's showing me a lot of just needing immediate attention, people jumping to quick action, the feeling of things being an emergency, things were going wrong in her body. She's like, it was connected to her nervous system is what she's making me feel. So nervous system usually means I can feel it affecting all sorts of different parts of the body, different parts of the body being affected. But that's a neurological and like spinal thing. So it looks like even though I'm feeling different parts of the body being affected, Danielle, it's like it's a nervous system thing. So it would either be like it would be affecting her brain would be affected and it would be cascading from there, something happening connected to her brain and her nervous system. And she said there was, a rush to save her, but she's also showing me, and I'll check your comments in just a second. Let me finish interpreting what she's trying to show me, okay? Because I want you to get evidence. This is what's most important. She's showing me you feeling the stress of having to make difficult decisions. You were afraid of that. In this emergency, because your adrenaline was up. You were afraid of making the wrong decisions for her because you really wanted to save her and you didn't know at first what was wrong. And she's showing me someone who looks like a vet. Maybe she was a vet aide, but she's showing me a woman with hair about this length coming in and talking to you and trying to answer your questions and giving you information. It looks like this lady's hair wasn't real dark. Didn't look too blonde. It looked maybe like a dark blonde or very light brown, coming and talking to you. And she's showing me you being presented with what could be happening and trying to keep it together and having to make some tough decisions. And ultimately, you had to let her go. Let me check and see if we're on track here, if you're relating to this, what she's sharing with me. I was pretty sure we had the right cat, so I just went with that. But let's go see what's going on up here. Make sure so I'm not running off on a tangent with the wrong animal. I think I am. I'm on the right track, I think. Let's see. She had a stroke and they put her down. It was so fast. Yes. Okay, I get chills there. So that's why she was showing me everything was so fast. You're showing me you rushing her to an emergency visit and them having to put her down. That's what she's showing me. Okay. Yep. And that, Danielle, is what she was showing me. So that's what I was seeing, that they were advising you to put her to sleep. She's showing me, though, that she was showing me from the perspective of you having to make that decision because you had to give that okay. And so she's showing me the weight of the responsibility, which is hence why I worded it the way that I did. But that verifies what she was showing me. Yes. So let that please be evidence that it's her. It is heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking. And I've gone through things like that with more animals than I can count. I was literally carrying one of my dogs into the vet office as an emergency visit. And as we're figuring out what was going on, I had to put her to sleep. So I understand that what she was showing me with that rush of things and the vets advising you and telling you what was going to have to happen. It doesn't make it any easier. And I'm so sorry. So now that she has run through what happened to her to give you evidence, she's saying, Mom took really good care of me. Did you cremate her, Danielle? Did you have her cremated? Because she's showing me like a little treasure that would fit in our hands, that looks to be what is remaining of her. You're welcome. You're very welcome. She wants you to know you did all the right things. She was just to be here for a glimmer. She said she was just to be here for a glimmer. I'm going to leave you with one last thing, Danielle, as well here. She's out in the back garden under the tree. Okay. So she's showing me what remains of her. Her special treasures would fit in our hands. So see how you relate to that, whether it is items that were precious to her or belonged to her, or whether it was, her being in your hands. She's showing me that. Okay? That garden, that's beautiful. And you've planted something very special over exactly where she's buried that will grow and thrive. She thinks that's a beautiful sentiment. And here what she wants to share with you as well. As most animals I find will come through and encourage this now. As in the last reading, she's also saying, this is, she's showing me, and obviously this is very traumatic, right? This is very traumatic for you. And it's not a trauma that's just going to pass. But she gives you her permission to please invite another kitty into your home. Because she says she knows she will never be replaced. She was here for her time. But she's telling me you need that feline energy. It's like you need a kitty. And you need an amount of feline energy that is going to help comfort, guard, and protect your energy. And so she asks you, when you have reached a certain level of healing, whenever your intuition, which she will be a part of, gives you permission to please invite another kitty into your life and into your home. Because she said she left this sacred space here. She left that space that is just waiting to be filled by another little incarnated kitty soul. Okay. Danielle, I'm going to leave you with Mittens, and I want to thank you for letting me read for you and connect with her. Such a beautiful soul. Guys, I've gotten to connect with so many beautiful animal souls today. And before you hang up, I'll just share with you, don't forget Monday and Wednesday are regular readings. And on Friday is Furball Friday. Don't forget, if you liked this broadcast and found it valuable, please like it so people can find Veronica's page. If you want to follow me on my Psychic Medium page, you can like and follow it here at this link. I posted my emails in there if you want to join Meet Your Spirit Guides next time. And if you'd like to join me on school and our intuitive community there, I also posted that in the links. And I will see those of you on Meet Your Spirit Guides tomorrow. And on Monday, I will be back with more regular readings for all of you guys Monday afternoon. Danielle, thank you for your patience in waiting and letting me read for you in Mittens. And I wish you guys all an amazing weekend. Okay? You guys have a wonderful night. So beautiful. Thank you very much for your time and energy you give to all of us. You're so welcome. Thank you all for being here, making it special. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.